Hi, I'm Karie Bible with FilmRadar.com. Today we're at the Majestic Crest Theater in Westwood talking with Chris Taylor, director of the new documentary Food Fight. Chris, thank you so much for sitting down with me today. There has been a lot of food documentaries made recently, including Super Size Me, Food Inc., The Real Dirt on Farmer John. Tell me how Food Fight differs from those other films.
There have been a lot of great food documentaries coming out in the last 5 years, and I think that shows that food now is a topic for discussion in the most fundamental ways, culturally, politically, in every way. Food is central to our current political debate. Food Fight differs from the other food films that are out there right now because it's really the story of a search for taste. What happened to taste in our food supply? And it's a survey of food culture that encompasses really the depression to present day America in terms of what our food choices are. The film is a positive look at food and what happened to taste and flavor in our food supply. And it gives the viewer a chance to see what they can do, what they can take away, and gives them hope for the future in terms of changing our food supply.
How did you originally get the idea or the inspiration to make this film?
Well, I got the inspiration to make Food Fight from a couple of different areas. I've always been a lover of food and a lover of good food in Los Angeles, and really in California, you're in the breadbasket of food production nationwide, so we have really the best selection of produce in California. So I've been familiar with the food scene and interested in what happened in California restaurant culture in the last 30 years. Really, it's about the rise of California cuisine. It's very ingredient driven, and it's all about freshness. So I had that interest in a sensual way. I'm interested in good food and how we get good food. But in telling the story of the rise of California cuisine, I also found that there's a political story that's coming out. And what started as a search for taste and flavor in our food has now become a search for change in the way our food is grown. And that's really what got me interested in food and why I made Food Fight. After an audience member sees Food Fight, the thing I would love for them to take away is the idea that they can control their food choices and that they have a share in changing the food system in favor of locally grown, nutritious, delicious food. The individual consumer makes choices every day. Basically, as Michael Pollan says, you get to vote with your fork, and you get 3 votes a day. And if you make those choices in relation to how that food is grown, who the farmer is who grew the food, and where that food comes from, you're going to have a profound influence one meal at a time in how our food is grown. I think that's really important, and it's that takeaway that I think really makes Food Fight a great experience for the audience.
Where can people see Food Fight?
Well, people can see Food Fight on March 24th. We're debuting in Los Angeles at the Crest Theater. It's going to be an incredible event. We'll have Russ Parsons from the LA Times here. We'll have Evan Kleiman, who hosts Good Food on KCRW. We'll have an incredible organic farmer named Theda Salmons. That'll be our theatrical debut. The film will also be available through video on demand through a number of cable systems nationwide. On demand, we'll be showing the film, and Comcast will be showing the film, and TVN. So we have a number of outlets, and also there'll be various other ways to get the film. The film's also available through our website, which is www.foodfightthedoc.com, and it's a great DVD. It's a really great movie to show people in your family or friends who maybe are not as politically educated about food as you might be. So that's a kind of a great way to spread the word.
Thank you so much, Chris.
A pleasure.